Face crack, runway game is on. Drag race is the truth. Bruno sue me for this parody. You read it, the cringes. You read it well, the cringe is real. Hello, I am Sam from The Cringe is Real.
And I am Jean from You Read It Well podcast.
And welcome back to our lip sync podcast Smackdown extravaganza eleganza for the UK versus the world season 2.
It's podcast versus podcast.
It is. And we thought we would check in with you girlies to talk about the Meet the Queens video, which just dropped last week.
There's been so many rumours about who's going to be in UK versus the world. So it was exciting to see all the girls there. And
yes.
What a group.
Great group.
Yeah.
Fun fact, first All-Stars season ever to contain queens that have never competed against each other before.
That's actually pretty interesting, is it? Because it does chummy people up a bit when you get an All-Stars. They're like, oh my God, we're like season 8 sisters or,
yes.
you know, whatever. So
or sometimes they have unsettled like feuds and things
yes.
that they come back in with. So this time it's all fresh girlies, even the UK girls. There's 4 girls from the UK and they're all from across season 1 to 4.
Which is pretty cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Should we just go through
Let's
them one
dive
by one?
right in.
So we started with Scarlet Envy, of course, from US season 11.
Really?
US season 11 and All-Stars 6.
That's why she seems more recent,
Yes.
because of that All-Stars run that she did as well.
And she came 10th in season 11 and 9th in All-Stars 6. So they're like not that great.
I remember
placements.
the first season she was on, she definitely felt robbed.
Yes.
I do remember her coming into All-Stars like bats swinging, looking amazing, but still not quite doing it. I think Scarlett was quite young, if I remember, kicking off into the drag race world. And I think she was very like cool.
Yeah.
Like she was almost too cool. Do you remember how too cool she was?
Yeah, she had a bit of a energy, a bit of apathetic energy. She's looking hot in this video. Bit of work done.
Yeah,
There's the All-Stars work and then there's the All-Stars work.
Yep, she's got the special deal.
Special deal. Those earrings are earringing.
Yeah, she's very earringing. It's just pageant central, like what the look and actually the whole sort of like look of the episode. Actually,
I like the
UK do it really good. They lean in.
I like the pageant theme for this. It works.
Yeah.
She says that if she was on a desert island, she would bring her earrings and her sash and a bunch of stuff. Love that. How do you reckon she'll go?
I think the problem with Scarlett is Scarlett stands in Scarlett's own way a little bit, and I think she's very talented, but attitudinally, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. You know, maybe sometimes the US queens get a little bit humbled and freaked out being in non-US soil.
Well, I'm assuming it's going to be the similar rules to last time, where they take each other out with the lipsticks. So the US queens will probably have the targets on their back from the start, right?
Yeah.
Because there's that whole, they're the OGs kind of thing. Next up, we have Marina Summers. Our Filipina. So you were hoping for an Asian queen.
I was.
Here you are.
Here we are. I mean, really important just generally if we're talking about drag in a world scale, like you have to include Asia. Like you just do, you know.
Of course.
So this is really exciting.
Philippines season 1 was fantastic. Did you watch it?
Amazing.
It was so good. So I'm really glad we have Marina. She was really fun. The little pocket rocket energy is fantastic. This blue satin look.
It was perfect. It looked perfect. This is the thing with the attention to detail when you start looking at queens from like the Philippines and stuff. It was like kind of, when it came out, it was like on next level. Like we were like, oh, they're teaching the children how to do drag. That's kind of what it felt like. So I'm definitely very excited to see what Marina has up her sleeve.
I reckon she's going to be a good tally as well. I think she's going to give us sassy sound bites.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They love the camp as well.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm thinking like Pangina with that, like, was it like a casino?
Oh, that's right. The slot machine.
The
Look,
slot
that
machine.
was fucking amazing. Didn't she? I think she got sent home in that.
She got
Which
sent
was like,
home
what?
in the slot machine.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything about it is just like, what is going on? So I'll be interested to definitely see what Marina Summers
has to bring.
Yeah.
Tia Coffee. Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm
I mean, what a star.
so glad we get more Tia. I was saying to you before, I think she's one of the funniest people that's ever been on Drag Race.
Naturally funny, 100%. And if you think about, like, I mean, she had no clothes.
Yeah.
Like, she had no clothes or maybe even skills in
yeah.
drag. You know, and she still won over everyone.
Her line that still lives rent-free in my head to this day is when she's doing the runway and then it cuts to confessional and she's like, there is fabric attached to my body and I am walking down the runway or whatever.
That was amazing.
Like, that for me was when she was cemented as like iconic status. Plus she says in this Meet the Queens that UK season 2, it's been said, one of the best seasons ever, which I have to agree.
100%.
That cast was fucking stacked.
Yep. And that was the season that COVID interrupted. Is that right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Was that Bimini season?
Bimini, yeah.
Yeah.
Taste, Bimini.
I mean, what a season.
Lawrence.
If you just see, is that the same season?
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane.
Wow. So Tia, in a season of stars, stood out.
She did, yeah.
Yeah, amazing talent. And the glow up is real.
She looks great.
Incredible.
This kind of like neutral tone thing she's doing with the big hair. Love it.
Yep.
Looks expensive.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot, obviously. Snatch Game, all those kinds of like things.
She will destroy. I reckon she's going to be like Bagger Chips was in the last UK versus the world.
Yeah, just
where
knocking
it was
it
like,
out of the park a
yeah.
Yeah. Because she's got that extra confidence of like going out into the world and being appreciated so much. Then all the opportunities that come, you know? Yeah. So I'm excited.
Love Tia Coffee. Keta Minaj from Holland season 2.
Now this is a queen for me that I'm discovering because
Same.
Unfortunately I haven't watched Holland like season 2.
Yeah.
But
she came fourth.
Wow. Yeah. So just was pipped at the post.
Pipped at the post there.
That's the hardest elimination by far.
For me, of all of these Meet the Queens, she probably doesn't stand out to me. And not just because I haven't seen her season. Like there's others coming up that I haven't seen their season, but they gave a really good little moment in this. But nothing really that I'm gagging over.
It's hard to. I guess when you have absolutely no reference point, it is hard. But I do also love that about All Stars. How it gives you the opportunity to either have a frame of reference for someone or reframe them in your mind. You know, so I'll be interested to see.
And Holland was one of the first international spin-offs, so I think they've got that. Like it's kind of an established series. I don't know if they're still making it, but
yeah. Are you familiar with the drag scene there? Like
no, not at all.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm interested to see what she's going to do. Exciting.
Who did we have next? Next, we have Theresa May.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
The stars just keep coming from UK. UK had been like, where we might win because they just kept put out 4 stars, really.
I know. And I think, and I mean, last year or last season of this, it was Blue one, didn't she? Yeah.
Of UK versus the world?
UK versus world, yeah.
Yes.
One, which was a bit of a gag, but also I think they're coming for a second homegrown queen.
They're going to try.
Win, and I wouldn't be surprised if Theresa makes it far. She was 6th/7th last time because remember she was in a double elimination.
Oh, that's right.
Which was shocking.
Yes.
But fun. We love her. Also very funny. So Tia better watch out.
Yeah, really established herself in not a huge amount of episodes, I guess. You know, of being like this funny, capable queen, you know?
Yeah.
So now, you know, time's been on her side, you know?
And she's been a guest judge on España, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
so
that's
she's
huge.
already big star energy. Yeah. Mayhem Miller is next. So she's our other US queen. So we've noticed now that in all these international All-Stars, clearly all the US girls have to have done an All-Stars previously.
It would seem that way,
because
yeah.
there's not been anyone. Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting rule they've.
Why they've done that?
It's strange
because we've had so many people in US All Stars who've been repeats. Like we've had people who've done it twice.
And
so
like no shade
strange.
to Mayhem, like she's lovely and everything, but like she like on All Stars 5, she was kind of a bit of a flop. So I don't know. It's like
It's almost like she got the opportunity,
yeah,
and she didn't quite run with it.
Yeah, remember there was the talent show. On the first episode, and she did that pre-recorded track, and it was like, it's
oh
like
my god,
it was a bit of a gaggy thing. Like, yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting that she's coming back. Maybe it's to redeem herself from that.
It might be. Yeah. I mean, as each season I say with Mayhem, I'd like to see more. So
and both Scarlett and Mayhem both placed pretty low on their previous respective seasons. So she was 10th on season 10 and 7th on All Stars 5. So yeah, so maybe Scarlett and Mayhem are coming back for a higher placement for their track record.
Do you think with some of the US queens, now that there's all these other franchises and all these other options and globals coming up and everything, that some of them might be saying no to certain things so to wait for another series?
Well, I've heard of queens doing that.
Yeah.
Even like here, I've heard of like some Aussie queens being approached for, Cambodia versus the world. And they've been like, no, I'm going to wait until Ru calls me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting. If we're thinking about some of we do have those, the US queens are specifically lower ranking.
Yeah.
While everyone else is like runner up or who's from the other countries. So it's strange. It's like, we're just a bit too busy, I guess you're not going to get Trixie Mattel,
Do you reckon Scarlett and Mayhem are going to team up? Make an alliance?
I don't know. Scarlett doesn't seem like a team player.
True.
I say that with love. Some some people work better alone.
Where's Scarlett based? Do you know? I think Mayhem's an LA queen. I don't know where Scarlett's based.
I have no idea. Yeah, and I remember Mayhem's eye thing. The eye thing.
Yes.
That was Mayhem,
yes,
right?
Yes.
That's all I remember, really. Like, it's just like I remember a pink outfit. It's just a blur. So who knows? Like, maybe we've just never had the opportunity. And so maybe this non-American room is where these queens will, I don't know.
Next up is Jambers Blonde.
Oh, Jambers.
Our North Irish queen, which is fucking stunning.
I
love Jambers. She was one of the better parts of that season of UK. It was UK season 4, which was probably my least favourite of all the UK seasons.
Jambers just stood out. And I don't know why Jambers stood out, really. It was just when someone just stands out on personality alone, I'm very interested.
Well, she's
because you
gorgeous.
can fix dresses,
Yeah. She's gorgeous. She's funny.
Yeah.
She also gave Ru, like, she kind of played the game well. She kind of kissed Ru's ass a bit, which I'm here for.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she came, in 3rd/4th place on her season.
Yeah.
So she did really well.
Yeah. I think Jambers is going to be very interesting. Hopefully. We'll see. I mean, it's not many episodes for them to, make a case for themselves. They've got to kind of like... Yeah, there's no warm-up episode with this. I believe with a 6-episode run, you have to smash it.
I think we're getting 8 episodes this time.
Really?
Yeah, because there's 11 queens, if my math is correct, / my sources.
Ooh.
I think it's around 8.
But
still, that's a short season.
Try to get a bit of info about when's it starting. No one will tell you. How many episodes? No one will tell you. It's wild.
Yeah, they've got a big backlog of content at
I guess.
World of Wonder. Who was next? Arantxa Castilla-La Mancha is next.
Arantxa Sanchez Vicario.
Love her. She was on España season 1, which was a great season of Drag Race. She came 7th, which was gaggy because I thought she was she was a bit busted, but she was she had a really likable personality.
It's interesting when that happens, when in your memory someone has done really well and then they've done 2 episodes.
I know.
It's strange.
I think she just stood out to me. And so I was like, oh yeah, her. And then looking at that placement, I'm like, oh shit, okay. Didn't do that well. And she's recently come out as a trans woman, which is
beautiful,
gorgeous.
I mean,
she
the
looks
glow
amazing.
up was stunning.
Yeah, because there were a few kind of busted looks on her original season. She's only 25. She's really young.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
How do you think she's going to go?
It's really hard to say. She has the confidence, and I like that. There's this sort of in her little confessional bit that she did just say, it was like a looseness. I think if you can settle in the room and be loosey goosey, that really helps. And so I feel like there's a couple like that who are going to be in there, like Marina as well. I feel like they're going to kind of be like, this is me.
Oh, I can't wait to see how this cast interacts.
I have
no idea who's going to vibe with each
idea.
other, what the strategies are going to be.
Yeah, I'm always very interested to see Americans in this space. I know it's weird, but they sometimes come in and go, wow, you call it like a footpath instead of a sidewalk. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, we make that adjustment all the time. So I don't know whether, like some people it's like, they've never really traveled outside of America because America's huge and you can spend all your time touring just America alone. So I don't know how they're going to interact. Obviously European countries are far more... They interact with each other a bit more.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of a click with the European queens.
Absolutely.
Because there's quite a few, like we've got, Holland, France, Spain, and the UK. So it's like, opportunity for that to be a thing. Could be a little Eurovision click. Who knows?
I hope.
Honestly.
Can they do a Eurovision
challenge?
Oh my God.
I hope there's a Eurovision song. I think they've done a few now.
They should do that. That's a great one.
That would be fantastic. Well, Tia Coffey's a big Eurovision fan, so she would love that. Gothy Kendall. Kendall is next. So fucking glad to see her back.
UK just nailed the casting.
The pork chop of the UK.
Yep.
She's fixed the grill. Her barbecue is no longer cancelled. She looks great. Tiny little waist.
Oh my God. Yeah. So tiny.
And she's got a big old dick.
This is what I hear.
Google it.
Word on the street.
And so funny. I think it's great to have a first out on an All Stars.
Absolutely. Because it is so hard to get on Drag Race. Being first out is devastating, but doesn't mean that you're not a great queen. Vanjie. You just can't even... You can't even invent Vanjie.
Exactly.
Like, it's insane.
Well, I will be campaigning for JoJo Zaho to be on every season forever because I think she's the most underrated queen ever.
That was devastating.
But, Gothy looks great in this look. And she even tells us in this Meet the Queens, look, I've had a glow up. I've got nice outfits now. I fixed my teeth. So, that should be fun. Yeah, she's giving Bob Mackie doll.
Yeah,
with this little bit of wild tchotchke or something with this cinched waist.
Yeah, that's a tiny waist.
Tiny waist. Then we get our Down Under queen, Miss Hannah Conda.
Yeah! I'm so excited to see Hannah in this context.
Me too.
Hannah was MVP of Drag Race Down Under season 2.
Totally.
Like in terms of she delivered on almost everything.
Yeah.
Her confessional from word go was brilliant. Every look that she put out there was
stunning,
slick
so
and
good,
stunning,
and smart interpretations of the brief. She always did something a little bit left of center, but still always really polished and amazing. So she. Oh, fuck it. And I knew Ru loved her on season 2, and it makes perfect sense to me that they would be
extremely well liked in the Australian scene. I am really excited, and she was almost understated in that little bit.
Yeah,
and I really think that's her trying to I think she's going to just sort of shock them a little bit.
She tells us in the Meet the Queens that her strategy is to slither her way into everyone's hearts. So she's already practicing her compliments. And I think that's a good strategy because you need to be well liked.
It's also easy for her. She's just so that
likable
girl.
Yeah, she's Auntie Hannah.
She is.
Auntie Hannah.
And looks incredible. can do snatch game, can do characters, can serve a runway. Her face always looks good.
Her and Marina are going to be in competition for Short Queen.
Yeah, yeah. And also, if we remember, she won the design challenge.
She did too. Yes.
So I'm really excited for Hannah, and I'm really excited for one of our Down Under.
And she won Snatch Game with Eliza.
Yeah.
So
I'm just excited for one of our Down Under girls to be presented in a season that has more money.
Yeah.
You know, that has potentially a bit a wider viewership. Mm-hmm. Hannah Conda deserves it.
Speaking of money, we've just discovered also this is the first UK season to have a cash prize.
How are they working that out with the BBC charter?
I don't know. They've figured it out.
Yeah,
but
that's exciting.
We don't know how much yet. It could be 20 quid, but at least it's better than a fucking badge and a pat on the back. So
I assume they will get. Did they get the badges? For
I reckon
UK?
the badges will still be a thing.
But UK versus the world, did they have the badges?
I can't remember.
God, everything's such a blur.
Honestly,
what else would they get?
I can't remember what I did this morning. So we're very excited for Hannah, obviously. And then finally, it was La Grande Dame, who is from France.
This is stunning stuff.
I think she won the look component of the Meet the Queens.
1,000,000%. This look was that beaded structured thing.
Beautiful,
brilliant. Yeah. Her face, what the hell? It's like you want to punch her because she looks so good.
She's from France season 1, which I did watch, but I
why
honestly,
do they all just fade away in the rest?
And she was the runner-up, so I really should remember her, but I just don't. I'm sorry.
Look, there's hundreds of queens to get your head around.
And I think because she's just tall and white and pretty, I just kind of they all kind of merge into one at this point. God.
Yesterday at Midsummer, someone was like, "Who was your favourite queen from season 10?" And I was
"What season?
What season?"
Someone actually asked you that?
And I was literally like, "Which one was that again?"
Did you see Art Simone running around in a Kath Day night?
I sure did.
Because they're doing a show, like a Kath and Kim show, which I believe Thomas Jaspers has written.
It is Thomas Jaspers.
So if you're in Melbourne, go and check that one out.
Thomas Jaspers is a huge part of the whole production.
Totally.
Anyway, hi Thomas Jaspers.
Amazing,
I think you're great.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's the Queens of UK versus the World.
I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a vibrant and fun season. I think the BBC know what they're doing, and I think they have put together a very competitive bunch of queens.
Highly.
Yeah.
And fun. It's a really good mix of, people that came runner-up and then some first outs, some middle play. It's really diverse in that way. I love that none of these people have been on a season together before. That's actually great. We get all this fresh energy. And they're all gorgeous.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some really... And a lot of them have a lot of, feathers in their bow, shall we say. Yeah. They're not just a look queen. They can also do the other thing. Yeah. And that's what we need from our Drag Race.
It's a stacked comedy season. This Snatch Game is going to be fucking insane. Hannah Conda, fucking Tia Coffey, Theresa May, they are going to...
smash,
kill us. I believe La Grande Dame won her Snatch Game as well.
Wow.
So that's going to be fucking sick.
Sick.
Are you enjoying season 16?
I am enjoying season 16. I'd taken a little bit of a Drag Race break, a little hiatus over my own break, you know. And so it was nice to come back in and feel these are cool new queens. And the split premiere was really interesting. There's definitely some spice in that room. Obviously, Plain Jane has very much started a tongues a wagging, but I think Plain Jane seems to be just sort of walking a fine line. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
She is. And she's not alone. No. There are other very cunty cast members this season.
Yeah.
I was actually clutching my pearls at some of the comments from the confessionals. They're all very shady. It's great to watch. Any early predictions? I'm rooting for my girl Nymphia Wind from Taipei. She is fucking
Yeah,
stunning.
I'm very excited for Nymphia, for sure.
I reckon she'll make it far.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to say at the moment. I'm
there's
kind
too
of
many. There's like
forgetting
400
the
of them.
names.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I am interesting. So we should check in about that as well. During the season.
As we go week to week. And yeah, so we'll be here recapping every episode of UK versus the World, which starts February 10th in Australia.
I'm excited to do another mini season and get back into the Drag Race calendar year. It's happening.
Yes.
It's commenced. Drag Race.
We
Well, Drag Race
here.
never stops, but it's just whether you stop or not.
Exactly. Can't wait, Jean. I'll see you next time.
I'll see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.